hey, 2018's been pretty neat for stuff. Anime got this big old gem I made like a 45-minute video about that you should totally go watch. And two of my favoriteest bands made legendary albums you should check out if you like music that helps calm the voices. But what about the video games? Well, there's been a bunch of stuff, you silly. From Celeste to God of War, I could pick a game from almost any genre and say, hey, there's a good one. At least I think that's true. I don't know. I've only paid attention to 2 games this year. One of them is Dark Souls Remastered, which I've likely sunk like 500 hours into by the time this video has come out. The other, well, it's a bit more complicated. Let me ease you into it. Way back in the distant past of 2006, a beautiful little gem came shooting its head juices all over the laps of game dudes everywhere. 'Twas a game where you could do all the shit. You slashed goopy monsters, you slept with goopy women, and you did unthinkable things to a goopy little robot girl. This messy masterpiece was named Persona fucking 3. And I think I played it at some point on PSP for like 3 hours. In the very, very recent year of like 2016 or whatever, I played the shit out of this game in every which way I could. Hundreds of hours across PlayStation 2, 3, Vita, and even that scummy little PSP I mentioned earlier. I only bring this up so you know for certain that I, at best, have very, very, very tiny nostalgia goggles on when I say that Persona 3 is one of the best games ever fucking made. Right behind Persona 4. Now, I could make like a big old 50-year analysis on this game or whatever, but this game is like 80 plus hours to complete, and I'd rather do it for the real best game ever. So for now, I just want to tell you about a very special robot girl. Her name is Aegis, or Aegis? Angus? McDonald's at one point served a really good Angus burger, but they got rid of it. I felt kinda empty inside ever since. Almost as empty as this girly machine's little heart. Let me explain just a teensy little bit of background before I try and sell you on some bitch who's just gonna rust in 3 years. In Persona 3, you control a group of happy teenagers who go around at night slashing spooky monsters. They call themselves C's. And after killing 2 big bad dudes, they decide it's time to give up and go hang around on a beach for a while. And it's here that we meet Aegis. She apparently was a goopy monster killing machine built like 10 years ago or something. And all she cares for now is being eerily close to our main character Yuki. Although she does not remember why. Then, after that... And finally, Aegis joins the party, and a whole bunch of wacky shit happens while Miss Robot gets used to human life. Together, the group defeat all the main bad dudes in the game, while Aegis starts to show faint little signs of humanity. After this, Aegis finally remembers that the reason she wanted to be so dang close to Yuki was because she may or may not have been responsible for putting a super evil god monster goop inside his soul 10 years prior. Oopsie. This understandably makes her extremely conflicted as her robot soul has grown very attached to Yuki's, but she also knows that she is completely responsible for likely fucking up his entire childhood. This is the spark that turns her human. Her heart's conflict allows her to start questioning the world around her from the perspective of emotion and feelings, rather than simple facts. On this new journey, she grows even closer to Yuki, eventually realizing that there is truly only one word to describe her feelings for him. Love. Oily, mechanical love. And the game knows how goofy this all sounds, by the way. But you know what? It treats the situation very seriously. How would a simple machine accept such illogical emotions? Is something like this even, like, morally right? How the heck does Yuki react to all this? Well, you play as him, so I guess you can react however you want, but the objectively canon answer is that he feels just as strongly about her as he does for all the other human pussies slain throughout the game. In fact, instead of puss, Aegis asks Yuki to burn his fucking flesh into her core so she can remember him even if thousands of years were to pass and all her memories were wiped out. Sort of romantic in a way only a creepy robot girl would know. So you remember all that gross plot I skipped over earlier? Well, it turns out we're at the end of the game now, and Yuki realizes that in order to truly defeat the final boss and save his friends, his town, and possibly the entire world, he needs to sacrifice himself by acting as a perpetual gate to block the evil from ever returning to our world. But at least he gets to spend a few final days with his friends. At the very end, we find Yuki resting on Aegis' lap. She reiterates her new purpose in life and reminds him of her promise to always be beside Yuki. As he grows faint, fading from the world forever, Aegis begins to cry, something no machine should be able to do. Yuki closes his eyes and... I will. Yeah. They did it. They actually fucking did it. Atlas successfully crafted a powerful love story between man and toaster. It's beautiful, really. Now please know that I cut a lot of shit out. Stuff in the game, stuff from the epilogue, stuff from like spin-offs and shit. My goal here is to give you the base understanding you need to sync with my mindset. Now, you have all the pieces. I've done more than enough talking. What the fuck does this have to do with the game of the year of 2018? Well, I'll let you just watch. You should probably turn your volume up, by the way.
Sunlight 夢を覚ます朝の光また照らし出すこの世界途切れた約束だけ一人抱えてまぶたの昨日だけ追いかけた Stay high 忘れてたよこんなに好きと助かるきっと君がくれた True feel 輝き
That's right. They took everything I love about this relationship and condensed it into a single song in a fucking rhythm game. This one track is my game of the year. Sure, the rest of the game is fantastic as well. The gameplay is like tight as shit. Seeing all my favorite characters shake their sexy little teenage bodies around is great. And they even let you do a little bit of this. But all I really care about is this one song. It really fills me with all the emotions and themes I love about Persona 3 without having to deal with, you know, Persona 3. God of War? Boy, don't even. Dark Souls Remastered? Or more like Dark Souls Give Me My Money Edition, am I right? I don't even care what comes out the rest of the year. This game wins. Oh no.